Hey everybody, welcome to the Voice Roundtable Recap. This is the finale. I'm David Komer.
I'm Carol Brown.
I'm Andrea Blum.
I'm Casey Holland.
Yep, Casey's joining us this time around. And Casey, you're a old school Cassidy Pope fan.
I am. I've loved her since she was on Hey Monday.
So there you go. Well, let's talk about what we saw with the performances. First of all, Nicholas David, I love when they say, I'm glad you just had fun with it. Does that mean like we're glad you totally jeopardized your future and you didn't do anything that we're going to critically judge and you totally could have thrown everything in the garbage with that performance? Because I hate it when they say that and it's almost like, well, it was technically flawed, but I'm glad you had fun. Anyways,
cop out, yeah.
Great Balls of Fire / Jimi Hendrix Fire. And the question is, I love the fact that basically nothing was too safe, where I thought everyone was super safe last week. Stuff like Let It Be, and it was kind of like, it was all color by numbers to me in these competition shows, doing these classics. Well, this time, they went outside the lines, and what were your thoughts, guys? Especially with Nicholas, that's what we're talking about.
I love me some Nicholas. He's so soulful. And
did the medley work, though?
I like the Jimi Hendrix part.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
What do you think, Andrea?
Yeah, Nicholas, my love for him has kind of waned over the past few weeks. I still wanted him to win.
Hey, now.
But, I wasn't really all into it with the final three that we had. So, but he was still my pick to take it all because he never gave a horrendous performance. I pretty much always liked, what he did, but I feel he could have stepped it up, in some respects.
By the way, he's a very strongly rooted family man. I don't know if you guys caught that. He really cares about his family. He has a rapidly growing family. And I'm glad they reminded us. Casey.
Nicholas is probably my third favorite out of the top three.
Really?
But I did like his performance. I like the Jimi Hendrix and everything.
Cool.
But,
well, it's fun to hear him singing something faster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too.
What I'll miss about Nicholas not winning is he's got one of those voices that if I heard him on the radio, I would instantly know it's him.
Oh, yeah.
I love his voice.
Right, and then with CeeLo, they performed "Play That Funky Music," which I thought was kind of a neat. That was kind of a neat duo. Do you guys think the same, or am I alone here?
It's okay. It's all right.
Okay, kind of predictable. Okay. Terry McDermott singing Mr. Mister's Broken Wings. Very from left field. I like the choice. I didn't like so much that he started off really shaky. You kind of wonder if that affected the vote in some way. I don't know. To me, it was just kind of pretty good.
I did see part of that. Yeah, he started off, a little, but he really, once it got to soaring with, the big notes, he kind of nailed those. And I don't know. I don't think he was ever going to be the voice. What I kind of garnered from fan reaction over the weeks. So I don't think that played into it. I think he was always going to come in like 2 or 3. I was surprised that he was number 2 actually. I thought he was going to come in 3rd, but he did a good job with that. He had the whole classic rock, big voice thing down. So.
Well, as a youngster of the group here, Casey, what did you think of Mr. Mister's Broken Wings? And had you ever heard that song before?
I actually love that song. I've heard it before.
Yes, she has choice.
There's hope for the future.
Yes.
And that was actually my favorite performance that he's done because, like I said, I love the song, and I don't know what it is about Terry, but I adore him. I was happy he got 2nd.
Nice. Well, what did you think, Carol?
Terry, No, he's good. And I think he did a little something for classic rock.
Yeah, he did.
And I'm kind of surprised. I really am. Even though he was so good, I'm surprised he lasted so long because of the genre.
Yeah,
I know.
Me too.
Yeah, as we were saying, who knew that classic rock was the sleeper demo?
Right.
With the crowd of the voice.
Shocking.
And then he sang "Dude Looks Like a Lady" with for his duo with Blake. A little bit of Adam Sugar, I understand. You guys digging the guitar playing?
Yeah.
I have to admit, I kind of thought it was Axl Rose for a second. I was like, the bitch is wearing a wig.
I know.
No.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, I know. It was hard to figure it out.
Wow.
And when did he take his shirt off?
Gotta see.
I missed that. He took his shirt off?
His shirt was off.
Oh, for the whole thing. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, well.
Biceps all tapped.
Moving on. All right, there's a motor running, and we're not talking Steppenwolf. We'll talk Cassidy Pope now. First of all, her duet, Steve McQueen, kind of fun, I thought, with
That was really cool.
you know, it was kind of neat with Blake. And then she sings Faith Hill's Cry. And all along, I had been saying she does a little bit of country, and I'm kind of all in. I really like that because, and I thought she was awesome with Cry. I thought it was the best performance of the night.
Whoa.
And I thought it was hands down Katie bar the door. Forget about it. It was done. And
Wow.
I thought she kind of murdered it.
I don't know who you are anymore, Dave.
Dude, I've been on the Cassidy Pope bandwagon for all of about 3.5 weeks. All right, possibly a month. And so I had my mea culpa come to Jesus moment last week. So, and I told you, it was really, I laid my soul bare for those who missed the video. And which included Carol. But I'm not holding against you, you had to work. I'm glad some of us do. But no, okay, just hit me with your thoughts, guys. Cry. Well, let's start with the positives.
I loved it because I love when Cassidy does country. Like, I listened to her when she was on Hey Monday, and I like when she did that. But I think that she brings more when she does country. And I think being a country artist, she brings more to the genre, too. I think her voice really fits it.
I thought she had every note.
She did. She was like...
It was clean. It was...
I'm downloading that actually when I get home.
There you go.
I don't know if I should say anything now because, you know, me and Casey have a good
Exactly.
relationship, so.
Let it rip, Andrea.
Yeah.
There are no friends at the voice roundtable.
I'll just say that I texted Carol during that song and said she is killing this and not in a good way. Shrill. So shrill. Like, I don't know. It's a big song. And she has a good voice, but she doesn't have that good of a voice.
So the term "suck" was trending in Christina Milian's, social networking thing between you two.
She was so sharp and so shrill that I thought my dog was going to start howling. I'm like, I don't know.
There's maybe a strand of our friendship.
I knew it. Oh my
Carol, did you have a similar reaction?
Yeah, I already gave my reaction.
You just hated it, huh?
I mean, I didn't think it was wonderful. I didn't like it.
Okay, but you really like Steve McQueen, right?
Steve McQueen was better.
Better.
Well, okay, and then let this be known, correctly predicted by me in order, just judging off iTunes, and I really wonder if they have to change something going forward, because you were able to look at the iTunes charts and perfectly predict who's going to finish where, and perhaps you saw a couple things happen last year with The Voice, where some artists just cranked out the sales on iTunes, much like a Jordi Sangha, and season 3, and it didn't matter. They just went home, or was that season 2? I forget. But yeah, so last season she did great, but it was like, hey, you're going home. And there have been a couple instances like that, and I'm wondering if maybe they overcorrected maybe, and it's weighted too much for iTunes sales, because as of 2:30 in the morning, as of Tuesday, you had Cassidy was number 2 right behind Bruno Mars with her song with Cry. And then she had Over You, the Miranda Lambert song, was charting at number 8 that night of all of iTunes, not just pop. And then you had Terry McDermott hanging in there around 10, Broken Wings. Then you had 13, Nicholas David, Great Balls of Fire. But then Cassidy again at 28 with Stupid Boy. And then I think the Foreigner song was like in the late teens. And then Nicholas wasn't even in there anymore in the top 30, 35 songs. And all of a sudden, so you could totally see it breaking down, and like I said, we were going to have Nicholas 3rd, and as it turned out, Nicholas David was 3rd, Terry McDermott 2nd, and Cassidy won. And like you said, though, Terry, I was kind of shocked, but
Yeah.
I'm completely satisfied. What are your thoughts?
Well, America has voted. She's the voice. I have to accept it.
Yeah. I said, last week or the week before, that once she made it this far,
You felt it in your bones.
I did.
Quote unquote. Andrea said, I feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
So that's hardcore.
I thought she was going to take it, but I still stand by my perfect top 3 would have been Nicholas, Trevin, and Amanda Brown. Those are my 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amanda Brown, when you saw her last night,
robbed.
she was still better than anyone on the stage with her.
Yeah.
Just about, wasn't she? It was,
What happens.
and I really think part of the blame falls on Adam for splitting the splitting the songs, going with old school, like, Aretha Franklin stuff.
Yeah.
And then rock. And I think it really divided the fan base to some extent because there was never really a clear, excuse the term, like voice or theme that she was because at that point you should just be doing everything in the genre that you're interested in.
Right.
And the time for experimental crap is like long gone, a la Power of Love with Nicholas David. That stuff happened like months ago.
Right.
So at this point, let them narrow their focus or discover it like Cassidy, and all of a sudden, then you kind of find a groove, kind of like Des Duran, and he wasn't doing, well, somewhat. But I mean, again, you're finding your groove, you're finding where you fit. And I think with Adam still going, oh, she's so versatile. Dude, we already got the memo like a month ago. And you don't have, I think he kind of did her a disservice. But that's just my personal rant. Because I agree, Amanda should have been there.
Yeah.
More so than Trevin even.
Yeah.
Because Trevin to me was still up and down.
He
was not, he was never really settled. And I don't know, he'd come a long way, and the Dreamgirls song was great. But again, and I think, and actually I just saw TVLine.com's Michael Slazak, his top 25 performances of the season. His number one, and great writer, I love his recaps, but his number one performance of the season was Dream On by Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was her shining
worthy
moment right there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right there, that could have been like a finale type performance.
Yeah.
So, well, before we wrap up, real quick, I got to ask you guys, we saw a preview for the next season with both CeeLo and Christina taking time off to go tour. In steps Usher and Shakira as substitute judges. What are your thoughts? How is this show going to evolve or devolve?
I think it's always dangerous when they start mixing with the judges because I watched American Idol for a long time, and it's just like.
And she admits it.
Yeah, I do. But the last season was my final because the last two winners have been jokes. But anyway, when they start playing, musical chairs with the judges, I think that hurts. And
pun intended, musical chairs.
And in this case, especially because CeeLo and Christina, like them or not, they're theatrical and they bring a lot of different elements in. And I think we're really going to miss that with Usher and Shakira. Usher, I think, will bring in a lot of useful advice. I think he will probably do a good job, but I'll miss CeeLo's theatrics and, he's wearing candelabras on his shoulders. I love him. He's just hilarious. He's so theatrical. I love it. So I'll definitely miss him. And Christina and the fan, and her little hats and craziness. I think Shakira's definitely not going to have that vibe going.
And the lack of bras in her closet.
Right. Yeah, that I could, do without. But, and Shakira, I don't know. I'm not really a fan, so I don't know that much about her. I know a few of her songs, but so it'll be interesting. But I'll miss CeeLo big time.
Unlike her hips, where her lips don't lie.
Don't lie. Yeah.
Carol, what's your take?
I don't know Usher or Shakira that well, so I don't know. I'll be getting to know them if I tune in next season.
Mm-hmm.
We'll miss the diva. Christina.
Yeah.
Maybe. She kind of, let's face it, Christina kind of became the villain in a lot of ways this season. And she was catty, she was confrontational. Remember Melanie Martinez? Look at me, Melanie Martinez, when I talk to you. What the hell was that? Again, she was grating on my nerves. But again, though, I think you're going to lose a lot of the fun with CeeLo gone.
Oh, yeah.
And Usher, to me, seems kind of quiet. And Shakira's kind of quiet. I don't know, Casey, do you ever read on this?
I didn't really know about this because I missed that part of the show last night, so I learned about it today and it was a big shock. I don't like Shakira. I don't think she's going to really set it well for the show, but I do like Usher. I think he could maybe find a place, not as theatrical as CeeLo, but I think he'd actually have good advice for the people.
I think he'll offer, more professional, solid advice, but he's not going to have the bird on his shoulder, so.
Or the random cat in his arms.
Right, I love it.
I'll miss CeeLo because I feel like he's more honest about choosing the talent by the voice.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of superficial reasons or whatever.
Yep.
All right, well, we will be back next season. We're going to check it out. We hope you do too. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next season.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.